Hello everyone, SunSunDuck2, welcome to another Fabric mod overview, this time on building wands, a mod for Fabric that adds build wands that allows you to place blocks either pretty much just in front of them, diagonally, to the left, behind it, and such. There's also two modes, or two key bindings I should say, one that allows you to change modes, the other allows you to change between row or column. And there's also limits for each of the wands, as well as they do also have durability, so keep that in mind. Cover the config first since it's pretty quick, which adds the ability for blocks to be, I'm assuming, requiring XP use upon building. So it'll allow you to place 2 blocks per XP point and 0 to disable XP consumption, which it is by default. So yeah, I don't know what the highest would be exactly, and we'll check mod menu as well, which there's nothing there, so I can't really tell. But either way, yeah, if you want to have it where building costs something, you can do that. So, the following durability for each of these is 131 for the stone one, which is made with stone, cobblestone and sticks. Iron, which is iron ingots and sticks, which is 250, and obviously the same as diamond tier of tools, which has got a diamond and a stick. And as you can see with the display here, you can use it to obviously place up, or down, or diagonally in each direction, or behind it, as you can see there, or if I sneak, I can place it in front of me, in front of that block, but more towards me as a player. So yeah, if I wanted to go between blocks though, I would probably have to either use the previously selected block as a means of doing so, or possibly just push others out, but we'll see. Okay, so it might just be any blocks that it sees, and it will place more of that type rather than the previously one you placed, which makes sense. If we actually just place something here, it won't show, so you do actually have to have something similar, or at least one placed in the world, and then it'll try and give you similar. Obviously each placement is 1 durability, and obviously you can do this by just placing in different directions by sneaking if you wanted. Obviously if you're sneaking, it doesn't really work too well for left, right, up and down, but it does so also if you want it towards you as a player rather than it being completely behind, like here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If we go to controls, which we'll see if you can change the bindings, which we'll get to the bindings next. Okay, so you've got mode, you've got orientation, and you do have undo as well. So I'll actually change these accordingly, make things a bit easier. So, comma we now have for changing mode. We'll see if it says anything here, which it doesn't. Oops, didn't want to drop that there. So you can change between that there, or just a block outline. And you can also go between row and column, I'm assuming, this way. So you can fill in flooring also that way. Not sure about column though, if you'd be able to, if it's like that. Doesn't seem to be the case that way. If we change it again, you can see it'll try and put in what it can above, below a few. You obviously can't push past grass, which is interesting. Besides not having enough blocks, we don't have enough of the same either, so it's not going to place any. If we go to the next one, we can see that it'll go between, I'm assuming, row and column also. Let's see, I have to check that again. Orientation, yeah. So I'm not too sure on that in particular, how you'd operate that. Choose between row or column. Oh wait, hang on, I know what it's wanting me to do. Okay, so if we actually switch modes here, there we go. So now we can switch between column or row. That's what I was wanting it to do. And if we use the other, which is undo, it'll allow us to okay, let's see. Right shift like so. So if we actually switch back to the prior mode, we do right click. Can't seem to get that to go. I'm pressing it as well as holding it, and not sure there. Obviously it'd be easier to break them with a pick, but obviously there is an undo, so I want to at least try and get it working. But I'm really not sure here what you're supposed to do with it. Whether you just press it or you hold it. You just switch between the others, which it doesn't seem to do. So I'm not too sure on the undo there, unless it just isn't working on the right shift key, even though I don't have anything else assigned to it. So we'll try U and actually see what happens. So we place a block there, or place a block there, pressing and holding, nothing. So I'm not sure there. Probably recommend to use a pick either way, or a hammer or something else like that, but yeah, I'm not too sure on that. We will try actually demoing the durability though, similar to the comment that's presented there, just to get an idea of the durability. And I'm assuming it's placing a lot more depending on how many blocks I have, so to make it run quicker. Just to see if the durability does go into the negative or not. We don't have any more honeycomb blocks, so that is fine. Let's get a few more. We'll see how much we can get. So 3 there, and it broke. So it seems to be that it's fixed now in this version, so that's good. Otherwise though, that's probably it. Thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.